It's Monday, and if you haven't noticed, the crypto market with Bitcoin, Solana, a whole bunch of other assets took a little bit of a nosedive, uh, which was not at all unexpected. If you look at Bitcoin, if you look at Solana, I've been saying it since last week on this video channel and on the uh, live streams we do at Alpha Trading. That Bitcoin and Solana in particular were both in mean reversion and still are on the daily time frames. The 3012 RMLR is the target for both of those assets, and the current RMLRs for those assets are around 95,000 and change for Bitcoin, and around, if I remember correctly, around 196 bucks and change for Solana. Of course, that daily RMLR changes position daily, and yeah, it won't be a surprise to see it complete that mean reversion sometime in the next week or so. Um, it could take longer, it could take less time. It could even happen today if it dumps out further. On the lower time frames, we're seeing intraday trading moving along very nicely after those nice little moves to the downside. So if you shorted those and you took your profit, good on you. There's certainly mean reversions happening. They've been happening all day on the 15-minute time frames and lower time frames. With some nice moves back towards the upside. Bitcoin went up to the first daily buy level. You might call it support if you want, but it's the buy level of the VRE. Dropped right back down to the second daily buy level of the VRE before moving up a little bit and then continuing down as it's doing currently. I've just stepped away from my desk, so I can't tell you what it's doing this very minute, but about 5 minutes ago, it was continuing to the downside. And Solana similarly has been making moves of distribution and mean reversion all day since kind of bottoming out there where it did, which is again no surprise at all. If you've been reading the VEPs correctly, if you've been following us along on the Alpha Trading channel, or following me here, following us in the Alpha Trading Discord, then you would know all this, and this is really not a surprise. And when you see all the YouTube jimmies out there with their thumbnails and their clickbait saying, "Oh no, it's all over, bad news," and all this other nonsense, they're the blind leading the blind, or really, in many cases, they are just misleading and misinforming. Yeah, because that is the name of their game, which is why they constantly have, either virtual trades going on, fake trades, double account trades on the same exchanges. So they show you whatever trade they have that's winning, or, they're not, most of them are not real traders, right? If they were, they'd be getting wrecked most of the time because they take insane leverage and they tell you to do the same, and they tell you to enter stop losses that are crazy. Basically, what they do is they tell you to manage your risk in a very bad way, which is not the way to trade, right? The number one thing in trading, more than anything, number one thing that matters, which is like 90% of trading, is risk management. That's the name of the game, okay? All this other stuff that we talk about, that I talk about, that we do at Alpha Trading, that I talk about here on my channel when it comes to trading, volatility, entropy, probability, statistics, those are all just like, icing on the cake to make the journey of trading even better. But without risk management, you got nothing, right? If you are trading Bitcoin or Solana or Litecoin or Ethereum or anything, right, Ripple, and you're not taking profits early and often, and you're not limiting your losses, and you're not trading unemotionally attached, right? Or if you're not emotionally unattached from your trades, then you're going to get wrecked, right? Especially if you use leverage in highly volatile markets to an unnecessary degree. Now, that doesn't mean there's never any room for using leverage, okay? But you got to keep it real. You got to realize the exchanges are not in the business of giving you their money. If you use leverage, you use their money, and they want it back, and they're going to get it back, especially if you take high leverage trades, and especially if you try to swing trade. They're going to trade against you, right? They do trade against you. And if you think that your little position size is not big enough for them to go after, it is, okay? You are liquidity for them. You are their exit liquidity, and they will come and get your money. Okay, we touched the 84. Oh, do we touch 85K before 130K on BTC? Okay, well, there are targets, like I said, 95K is an RMLR target to the downside currently. The reverse mean log returns target on the daily time frame of Bitcoin. So it certainly could dump it to 95K. And there are targets below. But, you know, as an intraday trader, I really don't care which direction it goes, right? All I care about is, am I winning most of my trades, right? And by most, I mean, at the very least, one standard deviation, at least 68.3 of my trades, 68.3% of my trades should be profitable, and my losses should be very minimal, right? Like if I'm wrong at all, I just get out of the trade. I don't wait to show how much I can lose, right? This isn't a masochism contest. I'm not trying to prove to you how much I can lose money, right? That's just dumb, right? The idea is to win trades. So if you're wrong, just get out of a trade. Are there targets at 130? Yeah, there are targets at around that area or higher. Does it matter? No. As an intraday trader, it really does not matter, right? Like at all. What matters is percentage returns, right? Returns on investment. That's what matters. I'm going to get going here because it's going to get cut off here. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. See ya.